Can be bid, no?
Mr. Speaker, it speaks volumes that a junior minister has been sent to answer this question today. If the new Defence Secretary is too scared to face tough questions at the dispatch box, waiting for an easier statement later, then I don't have much confidence in him facing down the threat from Russia.
Mr. Speaker, let me be very clear. The Defence Secretary is currently with His Majesty the King and will be in the House this afternoon making a statement on the operations over the weekend.
Point of order, Luke Pollard.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I'd like to make a point of order in relation to my answer on the urgent question on the 15th of June in this House. In my answer, I said the Defence Secretary was currently with His Majesty the King, as this was my understanding from the Defence Secretary. Although the Defence Secretary was indeed summoned by His Majesty on the Monday, 15th of June, he arrived back in London from Windsor earlier that day, prior to the UQ in the House. I was unaware of this fact when I spoke in the Chamber on Monday and believed him to be with the King, and therefore unable to take the question himself. However, at the time of my answering the urgent question of the House, he was no longer with His Majesty. I wish to correct the record on this point.
I thank the honourable gentleman for prior notice of his point of order. He has now corrected the record and put his remarks on the record.
Mr. Speaker, it is a pleasure to open this Opposition Day debate, but before commencing my speech, I wish to respond to the point of order which the DRI Minister made yesterday. Not least as neither myself nor the Leader of the Opposition were able to respond to his point of order because we were not given advance notice of it. Now, as a reminder, last Monday's urgent question from my right honourable friend concerned the extremely serious situation regarding the resignations of the two most senior defence ministers at the time the previous week. In her questions, my right honourable friend asked why the Secretary of State was not responding, given the severity of the circumstances. The DRI Minister said at the time, and I quote, "The Defence Secretary is currently with His Majesty the King," a point repeated a little later in good faith by yourself, sir, in response to a question from the Father of the House. So in his point of order yesterday, the DRI Minister admitted that this was not true, and I quote, "The Secretary of State arrived back in London from Windsor earlier that day, prior to the UQ." This begs the question, why didn't the Secretary of State respond? Mr. Speaker, this is cowboy stuff. Very sloppy, very disrespectful to this House, and it's not the first time. Mr. Speaker, this is not acceptable. Ministers must tell the truth from the dispatch box. I said I had the greatest respect for the new Secretary of State, and I meant it. And I hope he will ensure that his ministers show...
Order. Just a little bit worried about using truth and facts. I just really do worry about how we do attack each other in this House. I really do think the records have been corrected in all the cases stated so far. I know this is about defending spending plan. Going back in history, I'm not quite sure how that is fit into the debate. So hopefully we will get to the debate soon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I informed your office obviously earlier about this because we feel it is very important.
Just say, by telling my office is one thing. Unfortunately, the office hasn't had time to tell me either.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've made the point and I hope ministers are listening.